Alright, how's it going, guys? I'm the Fallen Sanctum, and today I'm going to present to you a new Digimon deck profile. It's the Rustyrannomon slash Argomon Quick Digi Chain. So you see, it's a pretty good aggro green deck. I know aggro and green don't really go well together, but you scale up pretty fast and you can knock in some pretty big hits. The Tyrannomon is all about that hashtag piercing. I hit something in rest or who's suspended or in active mode, and you just take like all your life points, or fucking big Argomon just swings security and he gets +1 security check for each suspended Digimon I got. So like if I'm rushing your ass, yeah, it's gonna be painful. So anyways, let's hop into the deck profile. I've played maybe like 10-15 games with this lineup, and I'm really liking it. I feel like it's a lot better than the Jagamon Turbo I was running before. For people that don't know, Jagamon allows you on attack reveal top 3 to Mega Digivolve, because he's an ultimate, right? So you mega off the top 3, but like it's a little hard to stack. And often with this deck, you end up like if you play the Tyrannomon Togemon chain like you're supposed to, you end up with a lot of Rusties in hand, and you want Rusty in the main deck for the Jagamon strat, and there's no way to like fully stack it. So yeah, basically we're gonna start off with the Digitamas. Here's a little more controversial opinion. A lot of people are running 4-1 for main secondary. I'm running the 3-2 strat because I want a bit of diversity. I don't just want the same Digitama over and over again. I'm personally a believer that different Digitamas do different things. I may even bump it up to like a 2-2-1 strat. Like if ever we get such an important like Digitama spread that it needs to be important. But for now, Tanamon does mainly what the deck wants to, and Argomon's there as the recovery mon. So basically, Tanamon inherits skill. If you Digivolve the Digimon once or more this turn, and keep in mind this isn't on this particular line. You could have another Digimon on the field besides the Tanamon Digitama line, right? The Digivolve, and Tanamon's gonna proc. So it procs on any evolution you did this turn, plus 1k for the turn. That's really good because Rust Tyrannomon, I call him Rusty because Rust and Ty, Rust Tyrannomon. Tanamon's just good overall basic powering up. Green is really good at like pumping out the Digimon, like because we're playing the Mimi, we get multiple hatch phases. But I'll get into the deck late. I'll get into that later. Right now, we still have the Digitamas. Then we got Argomon. If this Digimon becomes active during your active phase, you gain a memory. It's the inheritable skill that he gives to all Digimon. So when you untap, you gain an extra memory. So with a memory setter like Mimi, you start at 4, or if your opponent goes like fucking ape shit on you, I don't know, like giving you 6 or 7, we go to like 8 or 9. It's like fucking crazy. Then we go on to the rookies. So the only rookie that really counts that I want to talk about before just saying these are basic rookies that you should involve in any green deck because there's nothing else to play. We're playing Palmon, and the reason why we're playing Palmon is because deck filtering is deck winning, and in Digimon you don't shuffle. So being able to stack the deck in the way you want it, you can get to a point late game where you just have a lot of fun. So Palmon, when played, so this is the Digimon you play. You don't Digivolve. You just play her for 3. She's like an opener. Like a combo extender if you want to say that much, right? So you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck to add a level 4 Digimon from among them, and then put the rest on the bottom. In Digimon, there's no shuffling. It's all about put the bottom. So the more you know the stack, the better it is for you. Like I come from Vanguard, I play Oracle Think Tank, and literally it's that same mechanic where you're stacking the top, you're stacking the bottom, and you get to the point where you know every single card, every single placement of each card in the deck. It's like a memory grind deck, but like with Palmon, it makes it easier for that. Then we got Argomon. The reason why we got Baby Argomon is he's a 2-cost, so he can be played without punishment. or he can be evolved. He's also got 3k DP, unlike you see the other two, Palmon and Agumon both have 1k, and you know 1k kind of sucks because you can't really swing with it early, but a 3k beat stick is sometimes, you know, sometimes has the power of like, it can rival other rookies, and if you're facing rookie rush, you can just kill the rookies, you know, and you can like energy deny them, and then well, rookie rush kind of dies. Then we got Agumon, honestly the best Digivolution target because his inheritable skill says during your turn this Digimon gets 1k DP, and 1k DP matters a lot in green because we have megas at 11 or 10k. So you know, like we weak as all hell. Cause like if you have Tanamon plus Agumon, you're stronger than Wargreymon, unless they have a Koromon or whichever mon that says, you know, uh, they get 1k. Because then they're equal to us, and a lot of red cards are like plus 2k, plus 3k, plus 4k. It's like Jesus. You're like, I hope they don't swing on Rustyrannomon. I hope they don't swing on Rustyrannomon. Just ignore Rustyrannomon. Alright, now moving on to the champion lineup. I know it's a little awkward to see a 6-cost champion, but our boy Togemon, when evolving, kind of like Tyrannomon, you'll see they kind of do the same thing, but he does it a little better. You reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. It's always, all the searchers in this game are either top 5 or top 3. But I think unless you're like a red Agumon or something like that, or like a blue Gabumon or something, I don't know. So far as I know, green only has top 3s. Literally. So when evolving, reveal top 3 at a level 5 or higher Digimon. So you basically get to add any ultimate, mega, or super mega, ultimate, whatever, the level 7s, whatever the hell they're called nowadays. And you can put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Um, and remember, he's 5k DP, he's a 2-cost evolve, but he's 6-cost flat, which means you don't want to do that. Your natural call target is gonna be our boy Tyrannomon. Because when he's Digivolve, reveal the top 3 of your deck, add 1 level 5 and 1 green Tamer. And this has some really good combo synergy because it allows you to add the Jagamon, it allows you to add the Argomon or the Metal Tyrannomon, and most often you'll see Taiga over Mimi because normally you wanna aim to have Mimi in your opening hand, and 1 Mimi is enough. Having like multiple Mimis, unless you have multiple rookies, doesn't really do anything. But multiple Taigas makes this card busted. It's 4k DP, but it's a 4-cost, so it's an early game play. You can play turn 1, put your opponent to 1, and then you have your Tyranno chain active, you know? And you'll understand why this is important. Alright. So basically, the reason why we run the easy Argo chain is because there's like nothing else to run that's like super efficient in the early game. And remember, all Argomons past Baby Argomon have download. I think Champion Argomon has download 2, Ulti and Mega have download 3 and 4, maybe, I think. I do believe. But yeah, 5k DP because he's a vanilla, right? But he has download 2. When you would Digivolve this Digimon from your hand, right, like when you would play this guy from your hand, you may rest one of your Digimon to reduce this Digivolution cost by 2. So it's free evolve. And then the legendary Jagamon. The reason why we're only running 2 of Mr. Mashed Potatoes is because if not, we'd only have to run. We'd only run 8 ultimates, so 4 Tai, 4 Jagas, 4 Metal Tyrannomons and 4 Jagamons. And I don't know. I feel like it'd be a little weird. I like the easy up chain, because casting a Jagamon is a net loss. Like hard casting it costs 7. That's a lot for an ultimate. Like you don't want to cast. You don't want to cast an ultimate straight from your hand because you're like automatically ending your turn unless your opponent was really dumb and really gave you a lot of resources to play with. And like this game is like a real strategy game. You know, it's not like where you could just play everything out of your hand. It ain't no Yu-Gi-Oh. Where there are no consequences for being reckless. You know, if you are reckless in this game, you will lose. It can be heavily punished. I mean, sometimes it works. You know, sometimes you make a move, You just pass it to your opponent, give him a lot of mana, but it doesn't have anything good that he can actually play, and has to play a big card and just pass turn, or just like play a small card and pass turn. Because sometimes not seeing rookies really hurts in the mid game. But yeah, like I said, he is on swing top 3. So right, his effect activates before revealing the security card. So right, say we run into an ultimate, right? And normally ultimate would crash into an ultimate and die. He goes into the mega kills the ultimate. And if we're on Rusty, we have a bonus effect. If we're on Argo, we have a bonus effect. I'm going to show you guys this in just a second. All right, we still in the ultimate section, right? So now we got Metal T. Metal T's a vanilla 6K ultimate. It's kind of weak, but he's got a really good inheritable skill. If this Digimon destroys your opponent's level 6 or higher Digimon in battle, this Digimon becomes active. So basically, Rusty, you'll see it has great synergy with Rusty, but basically the Tyrannomon chain is allowed to attack other Digimon. So which makes this great because the leading is really good. And keep in mind, it's not once per turn. And last but not least in the ultimates, we got Giant Tower Argomon. Like I said, weak, very weak ultimates. But you can rest a Digimon. You can rest a Digimon. When you would Digivolve into this Digimon, you may rest one of your Digimon and reduce the cost by 3. So it's like free Evo. Draw a card, and when attacking, you can play a level 3 green Digimon from your hand at rest without paying its cost. So you can basically play the Palmon, and the card at rest, sure, it may be in rest, but you'll see it has important implications for our boy Super Argomon. Alright, so for every one of your other rested Digimon, plus 1 security attack. And he has download -3. Like, he can kill in one shot. If you don't run into any megas, he can one shot. Unfortunately, that's about it. And last but not least, we got the last 4 cards of the deck. So we got my boy Rustyramnomon or Rustyrannomon. I don't know why we went from like a living dinosaur to like a decaying metal dinosaur, but this design looks bonkers. Anyway, so if you have a green Tamer, this Digimon can attack your opponent's active Digimon. This is insane. Cause that means if you have an ultimate or anything less on the field, I will destroy. And if you have this is more or less in like the weaker state of the meta. But if you have some lists are running. I see a lot of lists like running Puppet Pummel and Hornbuster, and like it makes a lot of sense. But if you're running that, you wouldn't be running the easy Argo chain. I don't think because the Argo chain doesn't really care about power. The Argo chain just wants to do like 50,000 security checks. I feel like that's the focus of the deck right now. The Rusty chain, of course. I was running Puppet Pummel, and I had it saw some great success against Wargreymon. So far, it's the only deck my friend proxied. It's like you rest the Wargreymon, you slap into it, and then if you Hornbuster Puppet Pummel, you can then swing the security and hit over Omnimon because you'll be at 16,000. But against red, you got to be careful because they have Gaia Force, like we have Terror Cluster, and one swing can mean game. So if your opponent's Digimon is destroyed by battle, I rest one of your Digimon, right? And remember, it's not Rustyrannomon. It's not his battle skill that will rest your card. So it's not like if I'm attacking with another Digimon and I kill it, I will rest one of your others if my rest is active, or rest. It's like regardless, I get to rest one of your Digimon. So like blockers do nothing against this deck because I will swing into all of them. Quite literally, because with the Metal Tyrannomon combo, like we said, okay, well, if you have a Mega Blocker, my bad, but like basically because the chain is so easy to get into, you can easily set up 2 Rust Tyrannomons and literally board wipe your opponent. And if they play if you're playing against Hercules, Kabuterimon, well, the Kabuterimon chain, which is a very weak chain, to be honest, because it's a 10k base chain for the Mega, and they get power on their turn, right? So you can just destroy what they've done. Uh, but besides that, I'm thinking this deck list is gonna probably need some Hornbusters. Because putting Tyrannomon at 14k means that he doesn't care about other megas. He only cares about Omnimon, and if you're not playing against Trial Deck Kai or Trial Deck Yamato, then I don't think you really need to fear. I don't think you really need to fear much until Ragnar Lordmon comes out, because he's 14k base. So maybe like a double Hornbuster is gonna be needed, but like that's very situational, and it's kind of hard to see the same two of option card um, in the deck. So you'd probably have to run it at 4, which means we'd have to like change the whole lineup. But for now, this is the Rust Tyrannomon and easy Argo chain, and you can see how easy Argo chain is, right? Because you rest, digivolve, rest, digivolve, rest, digivolve, rest, digivolve. It's really good, really fun, really easy, and I'm glad Rusty's only a super rare, because it's one of my favorite bad ass bosses, and this is definitely a deck that I'm going to be willing to play. I hope this is available in set 1.0 in North America, because right now it's only available in set 2 in Japan, and we'll start seeing reveals soon for it. But now let's hop into the 2 option cards we decided to play for this deck. Now, I had a lot of different opinions when it came to this option card lineup. I was debating on running both Hornbuster and Puppet Pummel, like I've been talking about. So your Tyrannomon can swing over Omegas, restand, and swing, like do piercing, 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 and you'll see why I'm saying the word piercing a million times. Um, but like we decided to run Smash Potatoes, or Potato Smasher. Well, it's called Smash Potatoes in English. Potato Smasher in Japanese. All right. So when you would be digivolving an ultimate into a mega, you reduce the cost by 4. So you make Rusty for free. I know it's kind of anti-synergistic with the fact that we have Argo. But Argo's an Evo 5. Keep that in mind. So, right, Argo would be an Evo 1, and Argo can be an Evo 0 with Smash Potatoes. It's like you're still paying 2 out of your hand to do it. And it's good. It's because it's until the end of your turn, so you can keep going, And now we got Terra Cluster. We got the mirror force of the deck. So basically, it's a cost 7 option card. It is Rust Tyrannomon's special attack or signature move, as you want to call it. And you return one of your opponent's rested Digimons to the bottom of the deck, and that Digimon's Digivolution sources are discarded, and security effect activate this card. All right, and last but not least, we got the 2 Tamers, of course. A lot of people are wondering why I'm not running Izzy. Like some of my friends ask me why I'm not running Izzy, and like the thing with Izzy is like a deck that plays like no option cards. Because Izzy's effect is you rest this guy, reveal top if it's a Digimon added to your hand. It's a +1 in most scenarios, but it interferes with Jagamon, because if you add a Mega to your hand, you're like, damn, I could have swung with my Jagamon and got my Mega free, which sucks, like it sucks, but it is what it is. Mimi, like I believe Mimi is the most powerful green tamer we have. This card is legit busted. She reproduces the game mechanic. So at the start of your turn, right, if your memory is 2 or less, it becomes 3. So she's a memory setter like Yamato, like Tai, like I think TK and Hikari. So that's cool. Once on your turn, right, if you have a ultimate or higher green Digimon, by resting this card, you can hatch a Digi-Egg in your raising area, or move a level 3 or higher Digimon from the raising area to the battle area. It's not once per turn. Yes, you suspend the Mimi, but you can play multiple Mimis, which means you can Rookie Rush for free. This card it, as an opener, puts you like, okay, start the game. I give you guys scenarios. Start the game, right? Open top 5, right? I don't see like I see a rookie, right? So that's okay. So I hatch, I rookie, I draw, I Mimi pass turn. So you're at 1 memory. You have 6 cards in hand, but you're at 1 memory, right? So any card you play, you'll be punished for it. So you hatch, you rookie, and then like you pass, and then me, I go to 3 memory, right? Because I have my memory setter, and then like I just combo up from there. It's like, of course, Mimi can be very good or very bad depending on how many rookies you see in your hand. If you have a lot of rookies, Mimi is amazing because the game mechanic, naturally, you're gonna hatch. Turn 1, you hatch. You put the rookie on. You draw, right? That's that's just that, right? Then turn 2, you're gonna move that to the battle area. I normally go into like uh, champion, maybe ultimate if you have enough mana or whatever, depending. And the next turn you're gonna want to rehash. But the point of Mimi is the second you have an ultimate in play or higher, like an ultimate or a mega in play, you literally get to have multiple hash phases. And this card is nutty. And there's a new Mimi support card where you bounce if you have Mimi in play a Palmon from your hand for free, bounce the Mimi back to your hand. So you can rest Mimi, move, play the card, play the Palmon, search, bounce the Mimi back. So it's card advantage, search, it's power, it's everything you need. Because like then the Palmon searches the Togemon, then you evolve for 2, get another search, or you evolve into Tyrannomon, get a double search. And like I personally think that like 8 Tamers is good enough in most decks. I don't think we've gotten to the point where I don't think we've gotten to the point of the game where more than 8 Tamers is gonna be useful. Because like sometimes they can be a brick, and like you can't really discard dead cards out of your hand unless you have a Digimon that says you can. And I think so far I think only Vitramon Zero has that effect, where yeah, you can discard 3 cards to give it 2k power, and then by returning 3 non-Digi Egg cards, 3 non-Digi something cards, you get to like restand it or something as an inheritable skill. So it's like it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But then, so Mimi is a staple in every green deck. But if you're playing Tyrannomon, this guy is your boy. Like, all right, let's go into Taiga. So, first of all, your turn. Your Digimon whose names contain Tyrannomon get piercing. So, Tyrannomon, Metal Tyrannomon, Rest Tyrannomon. Piercing stacks, by the way. So, piercing is if I swing on one of your Digimon, you take a security check. If I have 2 Tigers, you take 2 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage, yeah, up to 4 extra damage. But if I swing on your life, piercing does nothing because I'm just swinging on your life. The point of piercing is that if I hit your Digimon, I'm also attacking your security as well. So it's a 2-for-1. And you can rest if you would Digivolve into a Digimon whose name contains Tyrannomon. By resting this card, you can reduce the cost by 1. You can activate multiple Tigers in a turn, and therefore you can play Rusty or Metal for free, which is really good. And you know, like they stack. So like 8 Tamers, and that's about the deck list for the easy Argo Chain Rusty deck list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna do my best to get games going with some friends. We just gotta like build the stand and like put the camera like here or whatever, you know, like record the table and stuff. But definitely super excited to bring you guys Digimon content, and I hope you guys enjoy the Digimon content too. Uh, that's gonna be all for me today. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you want more Digimon content. Good day.